everybody. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk to you today about a comic book app that I use that helps me to keep track of my collection. Before I downloaded this app a few years ago, I was just using this little journal here to keep track of what I have and what I don't have, and when I get something, I'd mark it off, and there you go. But I still use this because technology is not without its flaws, and so I want to have a physical copy of that of those records as well. But this app is called CLZ Comics, and it is super freaking cool, super handy, because I don't always carry this with me, but I do always have my phone. If I come across some comics out in the wild, I can just take out my phone and I can easily see my collection, see what I do have and what I don't have, because as your collection grows, it's harder to keep track of what you do and do not have. So let's take a look at this app, and I'll show you just a quick overview of it, show you how it works, and you can decide whether or not it's something that you would like to download for yourself. So let's look at the CLZ Comics app. Right here at the top, it'll tell you how many different titles you have, or series, and then how many total comics you've got. At the moment, I have mine sorted for the alphabetical view, which is what I always keep it at. But if you were to click right here, that will put it in not alphabetical, but by quantity. So it goes from, I've got it going from the most comics that I have in a series to the least comics that I have in a series. And then if you've got multiple, so like right here, you can see I've got 99 for these two. If you notice that it puts it in alphabetical order. So Captain America first, Walking Dead. So very organized, very handy. You can click this and it will show you the title. It'll show you the series by cover, which I don't really like, because I mean, it's cool to scroll down and see all these different covers. That's cool, but like, I would just prefer to have the detailed list. If you look here, so this is the title of the book. This is a brief overview of how many issues you have of the book. This is how many issues you have in that series. And the cover that it loads should be the last cover that you entered into that series, the last issue that you entered in. So if you go into it, again, at the top, it gives you the overview of the issues that you have, but it's bigger and easier to see, so that you can clearly see that I don't have issue 852, but I have 851, right? So if I'm looking through a box of comics and I'm missing 852, I can see that, and there we go, easy. If you were to click on a comic, inside, it gives you a bunch of details. It tells you the title of the story. This is Brainiac Part 3. It shows you a picture of the cover. If you click on the cover, it'll make it full screen, a little bigger for you. That happens though. You'll notice that it'll give you a plot synopsis. It doesn't do this in all of the series. Some books it won't do that, some books it will. But in titles where it has the plot synopsis, that's available to you. You might be able to edit it and add your own plot synopsis if need be. It shows you the characters that are in the story. And then it'll show you down here who created it. Writer, inker, even the editor. So Super cool. Then scrolling on down, just product details, how much it costs for the cover price, what age it's in modern, when it came out. That's pretty cool. And then you can even mark if you've read it or not. I don't do that. I just put in here that I've got it. And then if you click down here, you can remove it. So let's say you sold it, you can just remove it, or you can click edit and it'll let you edit details about it. So let's see what that looks like. And see down here you could put in a plot if it doesn't have a plot. So I think you can. Yep, you totally can. So pretty cool, right? So I'm gonna get out of here. So when you're looking in this view, it'll show you what number it is over here. Shows you the release date of it underneath it. If there's a letter with it, it's that the comic had multiple covers. And so there's 866A is the cover that I got of this series. Let's look at Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2. Show you the example. It's got, this one has legacy numbering, so it's issue 50 of Volume 2, but issue 491 of Amazing Spider-Man, because Marvel's very confusing with that stuff. But it'll show you better one to use. So if you have multiple covers, like see, I've got a lot of issues of Detective 1000, so it'll show you by cover if you have multiple ones. Let's say I got another one. All I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this plus sign, and since I'm in the series, it's going to open up in the series, and I can go and I can add another issue 1000 cover, which there's 1,000 of. So we'll see, I have that, and then you just hit add to collection, and bada bing bada boom, it'll be there. But I'm not going to do that. You can also open it up from this view and it'll give you the same view as before. So pretty handy stuff. So another cool thing is over here, you got this folder. If you were to go into that, so you can break down your collection by pretty much anything. Let's say I want to break down by the publisher, so I'll click on the publisher, and I want to see all the Dark Horse comics I've got. So I'm going to click on this Dark Horse Comics, and there you go. There's all the Dark Horse comics that I've got by alphabetical order of title. Pretty cool. So not only can you search by that, but like let's say I want to see how many Alex Ross covers I have. So I'm just going to go to creators and characters, cover artist, Alex Ross. You can see I have 84 Alex Ross covers. You just click it, and there's all the Alex Ross covers that I have. Pretty cool. If I want to, let's say I found a writer that I really like, and I want to see how many books I've got by that writer. Just go to writer, and go to Alan Grant, and I can see all the Alan Grant comics that I've got, which is super cool to me. So to add a comic to your collection, let's get out of here. Let's go back to main. Let's go back to series. Okay. So to add a comic from the main page, so you saw me scrolling back and forth and up and down. So you can either scroll down to the comic that you want. You can drag the bar too, and it'll go faster. But you can either do that, or at the top you can search. And let's say I want X-Men, and it'll pull up all my X-Men titles. So let's add a comic. So from the main page, you can either you just hit the plus in the bottom, and you can either add by series, or you can add by barcode. So let me have a comic here to add by barcode. You just put the barcode in, and it pulls up what the comic is, and you can just hit down here and add it to your collection, or you can just hit clear and remove all codes from the queue. Yes, I do, because it's already in there. So you can either add by barcode, or you can add by series. So let's say I want to add a Conan comic. So type in Conan, and it pulls up some like recent results for Conan. If it's not in there, you can click show all results, and it'll pull up every Conan title that's in the database. So I want to add Conan the Avenger, and there's the Avenger. Let's say I got issue 25, boom, and then just add the collection, and you're done. So it's super cool, super convenient. It's got all of your collection in one place in your pocket, so you don't have to worry about remembering what you have, what you don't have. The only things that I don't like about it are, so I have every issue of Batman Volume 3. I'm proud of that as a collector. As a fan of Batman, I'm sad because most of Volume 3 of Batman is just absolutely terrible. But if you can see, it says I have issues 1 through 84 and 86 through 89. Well, that's not true. I have all of them. But sometimes when you add by barcode, you can add a bunch of comics at one time, and sometimes it will just stop. When it adds them, it'll skip one, and you don't know until it doesn't alert you to that. You don't know until you're doing what I'm doing, and you just discover that you don't have it. So I discovered that while preparing to do this video. So that's my biggest pet peeve with it, is that every now and then you'll have something skip, and you won't know it until you come across it. But if you just add them one at a time, you don't really have that problem. I've never had that problem adding it one at a time. So there you have it. That's the CLZ Comics app. I bought it for $15 a few years ago, one-time purchase. It has since changed to a yearly subscription of $15, but this app has been worth every penny that I paid for it. I enjoy it. It helps me keep everything organized, and it's got a lot of information in it, and it's way cool. So let me know what you thought. Let me know if you use it, what you use, if you use something else. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you know when I put up new videos. And until next time, take it easy.